The format for today's press conference is going to be players first. We're going to start with Leaky Black, followed by Caleb Love. Then we'll go ahead and hear from Coach with an opening statement and questions for Coach. Please, as a reminder, go ahead and raise your hand virtually if you'd like to ask a question and wait to be unmuted before you ask. So to kick us off, we're going to welcome Leaky Black.
Hey, Leaky. Brendan Marks here. Congrats on the win. This feels like you guys were in a lot of these sorts of games last year and they never seemed to go your way. This one does. You obviously had such a huge role in the last minute or so, making that last basket on the drive and the free throw. What does it tell you about this team, the way that they kept fighting and really refused to quit, even when things got a little bit ugly?
I feel like we're battle tested. I feel like we've been through everything we could possibly been through going through last year. And I feel like we got some guys that's willing to learn and to fight when the going gets tough. And that's all you can ask for. We listen to coach and go out there and play hard. Everything else took care of itself.
Thank you.
Hey, Leaky, Ross Martin, Inside Carolina. How much confidence do you gain from that last layup that put you all ahead or extend the lead there in the last minute? I mean, what can that do for your confidence moving forward?
I feel like I always have confidence. I feel like that was just I think right place at the right time. And it just happened to be in my hands, and I just happened to make it. I feel like I always have confidence, though.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, now welcoming Caleb Love.
Hey, Caleb. Brendan Marks here from The Athletic. Congrats on the win. Not the most efficient day from you guys overall. Lots of turnovers. What is it today that everything was so ugly? Was there something that Stanford was doing to disrupt, or was that mistakes that you guys were making?
We just didn't come out with energy like we were supposed to. I think our turnovers led to their easy baskets, and it was just like a domino effect to the whole team. But once we got it under control, we took over, and that's how we got the win.
It seems like this is the second day in a row this has happened with sort of the slow start. Is there a reason for that you can point to?
Just got to wake up early. We got to change it fast because better teams gonna get us, and we got to like late game situations like that. They'll be up more than what we were. So just got to come out with fire and energy next game.
Thank you.
You guys did. What does it say about the grittiness that you guys showed?
I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's still kind of low. Yeah.
Okay, how about right now?
I can hear you a little better.
Okay, thanks. I'll do my best here. You guys turned it over 23 times, I think it is, but you still were able to get the win. What does it say about the grittiness that you guys were able to show, getting a win against a decent team when you turn it over and a lot of things didn't go well for you?
Just staying under control. Coach was telling us we got to stop turning the ball over. We got to make easy baskets. That's exactly what we did. So we went out there. We just did what Coach told us to do, and we got the win.
Thank you.
Hey, Caleb, Ross Martin, Inside Carolina. Are you starting to feel comfortable out there? Are you getting a feel for the college game? And what does that feel like after Game 3?
Yeah, I just got to be more efficient on the offensive end, and then just get my teammates more involved and just letting the game come to me. I think I was forcing a little bit too much, and then some of the shots just weren't falling, so I got to get out of my head. I'm getting a great feel for it. These last 3 games have been good for me, great experience, and we got to finish it out tomorrow.
Did you make a point today to be a little more aggressive, taking it to the basket? Is that something you're trying to do?
Yeah, I got to use that to my advantage because I can get to the basket with the best of them. So just using that to my advantage, and then when I do drive, kick out, or make a shot for myself.
Great. Thank you, Caleb. Let's get back to your team. All right, now welcoming Coach. Coach, let's know your thoughts on today's game.
Okay. All right, guys. Feel very lucky. I loved how we just kept trying to make it ugly, but at the same time kept competing. I had 5 guys in double figures. Caleb was 2 for 11 the first half. He was 4 for 7 second half, 2 for 3 from 3-point line. I thought his baskets were big. I thought Leakey was sensational again on the defensive end of the floor, made a big drive that gave us a 3 or 4 point lead there at the end. Also got a big tip out on a free throw that RJ, I think it was, ended up making the 3. So I thought Leakey was sensational, but the game was just decided 1 or 2 plays. Dayron Sharp, for example, was pressuring the ball out of bounds and got a deflection, and we got the ball. He got a block one time as well, but feel very lucky. We're not very good on the offensive end, 24 turnovers, and so many of them can be classified as either selfish or careless, and you shouldn't have turnovers in either one of those categories. But, we ended up scoring more points, and we were lucky that they missed some shots, missed a couple of free throws down the stretch.
Hey, Coach, Patrick Dallahan, CBB 365. Obviously, you guys match up with the Texas Longhorns tomorrow in the championship game. What are you guys looking to do to slow down that team after a big win over Indiana today?
I have no idea. I was focused on playing against Stanford. I think it's Coach Davis. I think has got Texas. He'll tell me about them later. But we're just trying to get better each and every game. We don't try to necessarily match up with any other team, but we had to play tonight. We weren't concerned about Texas or Alabama, either one. We've got to win our own game before we find out who we play. And Shaka has always done a great job. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and the job he does. And we haven't been able to beat him recently either. So it's we got to play very well. Very few teams in the country have 100% of their scoring and 100% of their rebounding coming back. But I did read that in their junk that Curse gives me.
Roy, this is Kip Coons. The matchup playing against Jared Haas's team, you've never shied away from playing your guys in regular season games. Just what is it like for you though to go up against one of your guys like that?
Well, Kip, I told our staff this afternoon I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Hated it in 91 when we played North Carolina. Hated it in 93 when we played North Carolina. The things I've done with Jared or Wes or anybody that's got a head or CB, if it'll help their program by giving them money, by playing them or going and playing at Birmingham like we did with Jared, I'll still do that, but I hate it. Absolutely despise it. We win the game, and before I can even feel good about it, I look down and I'm walking down to see Jared Haas. And he's one of the best competitors I've ever been around in my life. I love him. He's like a son. He came closer to caring as much about the game as the head coach did of any player I ever coached. When we lost, it hurt Jared more than anybody I've ever coached. And I had great kids, and a lot of them cared. But he's just a tremendous coach, a tremendous person. And, like I say, I started to go down to shake hands, and I wanted to feel good because we had muddled around and won a game. And there I see somebody that I care about immensely. So if it helps him with money or helps to get a program started, but the bottom line is I despise it.
All right, let's take one more question.
One more.
Hey, Roy, this is CL. I know the turnovers made you want to pull your hair out, but what does it say about this team? Can you read into anything that they are able to have 24 turnovers and still find a way to win in a close game?
Well, I think CL, it's one thing. We 24 turnovers gave them 22 points, but we also out-rebounded them by 20. You got to try to take your strengths and make that an important factor of the game, and your weakness, which today was definitely turning the ball over, and try to make sure that that's not the most important factor. But you can look at stats and turn things, but it absolutely made me sick. And I've always told them we got to rebound the ball so we get more shots. The quality of our shots got to be higher than the quality of theirs. And then the third thing, you got to get shots. And so the game is not that confusing, and it's not that it's a simple game. It's not that complicated. And what I told you there is what we try to do every game. And we did get good shots at times. We did get more shots, but we turned it over, and that almost cost us a win.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Catherine.
Catherine, thank you, kids.
All right, thank you all. We'll get started with Stanford here in a moment.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We have head coach Jared Haas with Stanford. You want to start with some opening thoughts on today's game?
Statistically, the game is fairly easy to unpack. I thought we did some really nice things defensively. We were able to create 24 turnovers, and certainly proud of that statistic. And I think defensively, our guys played their hearts out. But the reality, too, is that we were playing post defense, and we knew that we were giving up inside position on the boards, and the rebounding discrepancy was certainly one that was very, very impactful in the game. On the offensive end, I think we had a plan and a good plan, but their pressure certainly got to us, probably a little bit of fatigue, and we weren't as efficient offensively. Normally, when we keep our turnovers down to 13, we're going to be pretty good, but we're usually a little bit more efficient shooting the basketball. Spencer, in the 2 years I've coached him, he tends to make some of the shots he made today, but a lot of that I'd credit North Carolina with what they did as well.
Hi, Coach. Teddy Solomon here with the Stanford Daily. You mentioned that rebounding discrepancy, and your team was out rebounded 43-23, including 23-13 in the second half with Oscar back. What went wrong for your guys down low, and do you expect this to continue to be a weakness in the future?
I don't. I think it'll be an emphasis for our team, but number one is North Carolina is probably the best offensive rebounding team in the country. Historically, they always have been, and they have so much size and physicality. The other part is, again, the way we were playing defensively was putting front in the post and putting us in a disadvantaged situation. We knew that going in, but we thought, and I think we did gain a great advantage for how we played it, but we just gave a few too many. So I don't anticipate it being a year-long problem, but it certainly was tonight.
Jared, this is Kip Coons. How much of a benefit or a help in your game plan is it knowing Roy's system, having been in it so long yourself?
I mean, I think it was, it helps knowing kind of the things they're going to try and do. But the reality is, it doesn't matter how much I know, we're still playing against a great team, a great coach, great players, and a system that's been proven over time. So if it didn't work and if you could scout your way out of it, you would have changed it a long time ago. And again, it's been tried and proven for many, many years. So it wasn't something where I didn't know what they were doing, but it doesn't mean you can stop it. They do a great job with executing their stuff.
Hey, Coach, RJ from the Bootleg. Just curious about the guys' initial reaction in terms of a game that maybe you feel like you should have won versus a game where you played a really good team close.
Well, I mean, their reaction is they're hurt. I think I'll learn more about their mindset moving forward, but I do think we're a team that is very confident in our ability. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of games this year where we're going to go in fearful. I think we, again, have confidence in what we've built. I think the guys are excited about what we're doing. I think they believe in our game plans, and I think a combination of we're playing a great team today, and we may not have had our A game resulted in this, but I don't think this will shake our confidence. I think it'll maybe even increase our resolve.
Hey, Jared, it's Aaron Beard with the AP. Game comes down to the final second. You guys had some good looks, especially Spencer's, I guess, at the top for the tie. But is there something you think the guys can take away from the end part of the game, like playing this game close, what they would have had to do to finish it out and win it?
Yeah, certainly. Everything looks better when the shots go in, certainly. But we got some good looks. I liked the plays we ran. I liked the intent of what we were doing, but we do have to make those plays as well. So there's always learning opportunities on the offensive and defensive end, and we will learn from those. So I do think we can.
Hey, Jared, Ross Martin from Inside Carolina. I was wondering, what does Roy Williams mean to you, and what was it like playing against him, and what kind of moments did you all share maybe after the game or before the game?
Yeah, no, it's hard. He means a great deal to me. He's somebody that without him, I wouldn't be where I am now, and have the opportunities I've had in my life. And there's a great deal of care and love between us. And so it is hard. I think I mentioned on the call yesterday that once it's tipped up and we're playing the game, we lose ourselves in the game and we're pushing as hard as we can for our own teams. But before and after and that kind of thing, there's a great deal of care there, and he means the world to me, and I can't thank him enough for everything he's ever done for me.
Thank you.
All right, that'll be it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.